Let's Science is brought to you by the StarQuest Production Network and is made possible by our many generous patrons. If you'd like to support the podcast, please visit sqpn.com/give.
3, 2, 1.
We live in a universe of scientific wonders.
Every day, scientists are inching towards breakthroughs which can change our lives.
We're playing our small part in sharing these wonders with you.
That's why today is a fine day for science.
So let's science.
So at this time of the year in our Christmas episodes, we always do, Caroline always finds something interesting around science and Christmas. So over to you, Caroline.
Okay, so did you know that Christmas can actually affect your brain? And I'm going to explain how.
All right.
So, you know that time Christmas is coming and you're celebrating and you feel that festive spirit?
Mm-hmm.
With that,
Yes.
you know, it's joyous.
Definitely.
Christmas is
Every year,
approaching and on Christmas Day itself.
Yep.
Well, this joy seems to be able to influence the release of chemicals in your brain. So serotonin and dopamine are both released, and these are both hormones which give you that happy feeling. Serotonin increases the feelings of belonging and self-worth, and dopamine is involved with the reward-driven behavior and pleasure-seeking. You know, you're getting presents, you just want more presents, right?
Definitely.
And it acts on the areas of the brain that give pleasure, satisfaction, and motivation, which all makes sense when we think about why we love celebrating Christmas in a festive way and to take part in activities that make us feel happy. So the two released together really help you to feel a little bit more cheery during the festive season. Now, how about stress? We mentioned it a little bit earlier on. It can be a little bit stressful,
It can be.
right?
Yep.
It can be.
So we know Christmas can come with a little stress. There is the gift shopping, the food preparation, whose house do we spend at Christmas, what's for lunch, etc. All right.
bet the
And then I
pudding,
mentioned, yeah, that's it. And then I mentioned, like, did I get my kids the right gifts, all that sort of stuff.
They're out of brandy custard. Yeah, at the shops. Yep.
Last year we had that almost happened, didn't it?
Yep.
There's plenty on the shelves this year though, so it's all
Thank
good.
God for Mum who just gets in early and
Yeah,
remembers.
she's got it. It's in the fridge. Yeah.
She should be canonized just for that. Just for that alone.
Yes.
Yep. Saint Carmen, the custard lady, just brandy custard
Yeah,
lady. Just
it's the best. It is the best. And we kind of fight over it, even though we can go get more. But
Yeah, that's
anyway.
right, yeah. Where's the pudding? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It's good.
exactly.
It's all
All in the
custard.
pudding.
Yep.
Anyway, so all of this can cause the release of adrenaline and cortisol into your body.
Mm.
So adrenaline is involved with making the heart beat faster, your lungs breathe more efficiently, and also causes more blood to go to your brain and your muscles. And this is because it tries to help the body react more quickly in stressful situations. Even though we aren't trying to run from lions during Christmas preparations, sometimes it can make you feel that way, you know?
But we might be trying to run from some family members during Christmas as well.
Could be, yeah. I'm not saying anything to your face, Lindsay, but anyway.
Oh, well, Merry Christmas to you too.
You brought it up. I don't know how you feel about me. Anyway.
Humbug.
Sorry,
Humbug, I say.
Anyway, and then cortisol is involved with the decrease in memory and the ability to multitask. So not helpful when trying to remember what the kids' latest Roblox toys and all of that are. So yeah, you don't want to get too much adrenaline and cortisol during Christmas because it's not enjoyable at all. So just try to chill and just enjoy the process. Okay, how about when we are doing gift giving? So something a little bit nicer. So it's nice when you give your loved ones presents. We always feel good when we see their faces light up and say thank you and say it's the best present ever. Well, that's what we always hope for anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks, I really wanted that.
I really love that.
That was
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah.
I just put it in the cupboard. So
I have so many
well, it
socks
makes
now.
the gift giver feel nice anyway. In those cases of a happy gift receiver, the gift giver will often receive the gift of the release of dopamine and endorphins. And these released together in the body can make us feel a reduction in stress and an increase in the desire to repeat the gift giving experience. They're like, oh, that was really nice. Let's do it again. I give it to the other person. You start feeling that you're happy that you've given people gifts and they're happy to receive them. So again, the dopamine is being associated with the reward-seeking behavior, and the endorphins are attributed with lowering stress, improving your mood, and they can even help to alleviate pain, which might come in handy for any Christmas headaches you might get later.
After party, after party.
Yeah.
Exactly. So just give those gifts and you will feel great. Now, a special thing for the ones of us who are blessed to be able to do this is the bonding with our family and good friends and all of that. Those of us who are fortunate enough to spend time with our families get to experience the feeling of having a bond with those we love. We can often get a warm and fuzzy feeling, and that's what we aim for at this time. It turns out that the love feelings we have towards those we consider important to us can result in the release of oxytocin, which is also released before and after mothers give birth to help them bond with newborn babies. It's also associated with pro-social emotional responses like feelings of trust, of empathy, positive memories, positive communication, and bonding with others. There you go. Those are the hormonal responses your brain will give you during Christmas. However, it's not just the release of happy hormones that can occur when celebrating Christmas. There are actually areas of the brain that light up in an MRI when you're thinking about
like
Christmas.
a light bulb.
Like a Christmas tree.
Sorry,
Exactly.
Sorry.
I love that.
Yeah, sorry.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like a light bulb. I like that.
Like a light bulb.
Your brain looks like Rudolph right now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So in 2015, I found an article about this experiment, which is really great. An experiment was done at the University of Copenhagen to detect and localize the Christmas spirit in the human brain.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That is the objective actually in their lab report verbatim. So I'll briefly describe the experiment because it can be a little bit complex, but I'll send a link with the full journal article if you want to read it. It is interesting if you like to go through the whole experiment. So basically, the researchers set up an experiment where they gathered a group of 10 people who routinely celebrate Christmas every year and another group of people who do not celebrate Christmas. They were then asked to undergo an MRI. Now, while in the MRI, functional brain scans were performed to detect the blood oxygen level dependent or bold response in the brain. And it was done while participants were shown a series of Christmas-themed images.
Okay.
And they were also shown images that have similar characteristics but were not Christmas-related.
Okay.
After the patients had their brains scanned with the MRI, they were asked to fill out questionnaires about their Christmas traditions and how they celebrate it. The researchers then looked at the brain activation maps that were obtained from the scans, and they were analysed from the Christmas celebrating participants and the non-Christmas celebrating participants. It was found that there were indeed differences in the activation of the brains between the two groups.
Okay.
There was Christmas-specific brain activation.
Oh.
So the official results were, as from the report, significant clusters of increased bold activation in the sensory motor cortex, the premotor and primary motor cortex, and the parietal lobule inferior and superior were found in the scans of people who celebrate Christmas with positive associations compared with scans in the group of having no Christmas traditions and neural associations. These cerebral areas have been associated with spirituality, somatic senses, and recognition of facial emotion, among other functions.
Amazing.
And their conclusion was there is a Christmas spirit network in the human brain comprising of several cortical areas. This network had a significantly higher activation in people who celebrate Christmas with positive associations as opposed to people who have no Christmas traditions.
Okay.
They also say that further research is necessary to understand this and other potential holiday circuits in the brain. Although merry and intriguing, these findings should be interpreted with caution, but I'm interpreting them with that's really cool.
They
It's
found the
like-
Christmas spirit in the, that's right, in an MRI. That's cool. I like that. Yeah.
So imagine that, like, you actually, your different parts of your brain light up when you think about Christmas, which is absolutely lovely, I think.
Imagine like
and
that,
scientific.
Yeah, can you imagine like, so, Sarah, if I pulled up your brain chart, it seems that you do love Christmas, and when
Exactly.
your brain lit up like, the shape of a Christmas tree, and then person next to it, Sarah, we've also looked at your one, we've seen that there's no Christmas spirit there. Your brain lit up, and your chart just says bah humbug.
Exactly, bah humbug. And then he turns around and he's the Grinch. So, yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. I like that. So they've found the Christmas spirit in an MRI. I like that.
Yeah, I
good
thought
one.
that was cool. I just thought, I have to talk about this.
And it is nice. I mean, like, just from a social perspective, even a spiritual perspective, there is something special about this time of the year. And we do, it's even that we're in the season of Advent. It's that anticipation of Christmas, which also there's something building up within us. You start to feel it more and more as you get older and older, I think, as well, because it starts to take on more meaning. It's social, it's physical with our brains. It's, we're invested in it completely. So that's, I love that, Caroline. Good work.
Yeah, I love that we can see it. Yeah, measure it and see it, and as well as having those feelings as well. So,
It's such a special
Good.
time for the year, and it's so positive. Finding it's such a positive feeling and interaction with everyone during Christmas, and it's special that we can share it with other people who don't celebrate Christmas.
Yes,
people homeless, they're hungry, everyone who can't actually celebrate Christmas, but we can share it to them, and you're finding that so good.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
And even, you're right, Lina, because Caroline was talking before about the positive things the brain does, the hormones release when you give as well. We don't do it for the hit, but it affirms, I think what it does is it affirms that giving is a positive human activity as well.
Yes.
We don't feel grumpy when we give, right? We feel good, and we don't do it because we feel good, but it's the natural thing that comes along with giving, doesn't it? So maybe science is saying, giving is a good thing as well, which is
I think it's pointing to that these positive emotions, these positive activities we do actually really healthy for you. So if we can keep positive and just instead of, yes, there is the stress, but if we can kind of keep that down and focus on the positive, then it's really good for you. Really
focus
healthy.
on what it's all about, right? Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's Science is brought to you by StarQuest Media and is a fortnightly podcast that brings you the scientific wonders of our universe from a distinctly Catholic point of view. For more from Caroline, Lindsay, and friends, listen to the StarQuest show, Catholics of Oz. Find links from today's show at sqpn.com/science and find the Catholics of Oz at sqpn.com/Oz. Be sure to follow the show in Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever you can find podcasts, or on the SQPN YouTube channel. The generous donations of our patrons at sqpn.com/give make it possible for us to continue Let's Science and all the shows at StarQuest, which makes our nonprofit mission possible. You can join them by visiting sqpn.com/give. Join us next time for more scientific wonders, and thank you for listening to Let's Science on StarQuest. Hi folks, this is Dom Bettinelli, CEO of StarQuest. Over the years, the StarQuest network has continued to grow as a unique Catholic apostolate, bringing faith and culture together in ways that educate, inspire, and entertain. We're thrilled to have so many loyal supporters whose generosity makes all our shows possible. It's also a reality that over time, some of our supporters will step away from their giving. It is also true that the financial support that sustains this mission currently comes from fewer than 1% of those who enjoy our podcasts and videos. If we're to continue producing this life-changing content and expanding to reach new people, we urgently need new supporters to join us and current supporters to increase their assistance. This Advent and Christmas, the time when nonprofits like ours receive most of their support for the year, we're asking you to prayerfully consider becoming part of the StarQuest mission or increasing your support. Every gift of every size has a lasting impact. To make your tax-deductible gift, please visit sqpn.com/give. That's sqpn.com/give. Thank you for being part of the StarQuest family, and may God bless you abundantly this Advent and Christmas season.